This is the Motiv Shadow. It's an urban-style commuter bike that offers excellent power with this 500-watt geared motor, a well-balanced battery, and just overall some nice components at a really good price and sort of just over the $2,000 mark. So I'm going to jump right into the specs and kind of walk us through. We've got Shimano cassette here and derailleur in the rear, Tourney XT. It's a 7-speed with this oversized gear here for climbing. Got this nice big shifter system up here. Pretty easy to use. Kind of reminds me of the Pedigo shifters actually. And the frame is, it's like this whole thing, everything combined is just about 50 pounds. It's actually 48. So pretty lightweight. And kind of helping you stop when you get this thing up to speed, because it does get up to speed quickly. Whoa, are these nice 180 millimeter disc brakes, front and rear. I've also got the nice Welgo pedals here with the sort of the metal studs. I love these because they're a little bit, larger. They've got more surface area and really grippy. Got a nice kickstand, kind of what you'd expect. And I'm coming to appreciate the deep dish rims. They're fun. They look nice. And the tires are sort of that mid-size. They aren't so small that you feel all the bumps. They do some absorption, but they're also going to create less rolling resistance than something like really big. So this is great for kind of commuting or city riding. Also, the tubes come pre-slimed, which I appreciate. Got a nice soft gel seat here with some bumpers, so they are thinking about comfort. And it's got this neck shock right here, this RST shock. This actually works really well. Now, I've tried a few other bikes that have sort of a little shock up front and it just barely moves. This one actually works. I was pretty impressed with it. The cables and everything look really nice on this bike, and they're internally routed for the drive system, but the brake here is actually designed to stand out, and you get to pick that color. So you can pick the brake cable color, you get to pick the grip color, and kind of make this your own. Right now the frames come in black, and it matches the battery and everything. So really nice looking bike. You've even got a little chain guide here, kind of keeps your pants and stuff from rubbing on that chain. So let me just introduce the drive system now. What we're looking at here, as I mentioned before, 500-watt geared rear hub motor. That's kind of top of the line. I mean, that's a lot of power. Geared is going to make it a little bit lighter, but give you more torque. So, good system there. It's running off of this battery, and you get to actually choose whether you want a 36-volt 10 amp hour, 36-volt 15 amp hour for more range, or 48-volt 10 amp hour. So, if you want to pair a 48-volt battery with a 500-watt motor, you're going to get excellent climbing ability and just high speed. And this thing really takes off. I'm like 140 pounds, so it doesn't take a lot to move me, but this thing was just leaping forward, and this is the 36-volt version that I'm using right here. So pretty impressed. Overall, I like the system. And of course, the computer system right here, the display is one that I've used before. I like how it works. You can kind of tilt it really easily like this to keep the glare from getting in your eyes. Right there, you can see the glare. So you can just tip it up if you need to, but you've got everything you want. You've got the speed, you've got the wattage that you're using, the battery capacity, odometer, but then they sort of break out the control system right here. So you can kind of up or down. And this bike offers pedal assist only. So earlier we were kind of looking at the chain. That's the pedal sensor. It's got these little magnets, and as your crank arms go around and pass it, it sends a signal to the motor to activate. And it works pretty well. It's not a torque sensing one, so it's not maybe quite as smooth, and it doesn't respond to how hard you're pushing necessarily. It just detects that the pedals are moving, and then it goes up here and it says, oh, which pedal assist mode are you in? I'm in 5 right now. And then it sends that signal to the motor, and you take off. And it's pretty responsive. I'm a fan of this technology, especially if you've got like sensitive knees or something like that. This just, it works very well. I also, while we're in this area, I like that they included 2 bottle rack mounts, because you get thirsty. And they've got these nice rack mounts on the rear for fenders, on the front right here. You can completely set this thing up with fenders and racks, which is nice. And little bell, but it's just cool that they include, this sort of break it out. Like there's a bunch of different styles out there, and I personally like to be able to reach the buttons while I'm riding. Yeah, because this bike is all about riding. Let's hop on. I'm gonna hold the camera back there. You can see the motor going, and you can hear it a little bit because it's geared. But again, offers a ton of power. Yeah. I mean, this is, you know, standard fare. There are a bunch of bikes out there, a lot of them offering 350 watt, 250 watt, 500 is kind of the top, and then geared, just, you know, taking it to the next level. I'm going to put on the wide angle so you can actually see what the riding position looks like a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Check out that shock. Passing cars up. This thing goes. And again, those disc brakes really help make it nice. You can see in this position I'm pretty upright. So that's it. That's the Motiv Shadow. Whew. For the full review on this bike, pictures and comments and stuff, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.